Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Putty's Podcast. I am your host at Michael J. Putty, back after a week off. Friday nights are just rough. Might have to think of a new day. Not a good sleeper, and that Friday, getting up 5 days in a row early for work, sitting behind a desk, staring at a screen, whether my computer screen or my phone all day, alone. It's kind of draining. And I don't think anybody realizes how draining that is unless you're doing it. Because if somebody told me what I do, I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty easy. What's your problem? What are you complaining about? Plus, with everything going on last week, I had doctor's appointments, struggling to process this new payroll I'm dealing with. My mother came home. So I'm like, all right, let me relax Friday night. I'll do it Saturday. I also didn't really have much to talk about. Wasn't really prepared. Saturday night came around, every intention to do it, but obviously I didn't. I got too tired. I'm like, let me just relax and enjoy tonight. But here we are, back, raring to go. Mentioned the payroll stuff. It's really fucking pissing me off. The woman I'm dealing with is fucking annoying, fucking rude, disrespectful. This is all over emails, so I could be reading the tone completely wrong. But the times I've spoken to her on the phone, she sounds super annoyed. So I don't think I'm reading the tone wrong. Like in the beginning, my supervisor showed me really quickly how to do certain things, very basic stuff. And that was it. That's all the training I got. So sometimes some of these guys, instead of punching in the beginning of the day, they punch out accidentally. So when the end of the day comes, they punch out again. It shows two punch outs and the system gives me an error message. Well, common fucking sense. You see the times, see what they've done the next day or the previous day. I would change it and fix it myself. So my supervisor's there with me one day, and we're talking. I'm telling him, I'm showing him. And we have a question to call this woman about. And my supervisor brings it up. He goes, oh, no, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, okay. Good to know. They don't tell me what to do. They just tell me I can't be doing it the way I'm doing it. Okay, whatever. So this week, I see it again. Some guy punched out twice. So I take a screen grab of it, send it to her via email, saying, hey, here's another situation like it. Can you please explain to me how to fix this correctly? This bitch just replies back, I can see these time cards on my computer. You don't need to send a picture. Looking to my left, looking to my right. Where's the fucking answer to my question? Happened again today. I asked her two questions, and she just answered one of them. I'm like, oh God. This coming Monday, the payroll is due, deadline has to be processed by the end of the day. And I gotta fucking deal with her again. And she doesn't, I'm not looking forward to it. Just inept morons. If you know I'm doing something incorrectly, why not fucking tell me how to do it correctly so I don't fuck up again? Don't waste your time. Last Monday was a deadline, and there's certain guys who have special perks or schedules. And she sends me a message. Why are they coded like this? I'm like, because maybe you told me to? She goes, no, they should be coded like XY, not AB. I'm like, well, I don't know what the difference is. Can you please explain it to me? She replies back, well, just fix this, this, and this. I'll take care of these guys. Once again, not fucking answering my question. So this coming Monday, the same shit's going to go down. But good, let her fucking deal with it. What the fuck just happened? I was looking forward to doing the show. I had the whole thing ready to go. I got my drink in my hand, got some water here. I was in a good, jolly mood, and now all of a sudden, I'm in a fucking bad mood. Excuse me while I take a drink. All right, much better. Let's move on. Surprise, surprise, the other day I was feeling down out of nowhere. I'm at work doing what I got to do in the mornings, but all of a sudden I felt this gray cloud start creeping in. But instead of letting it bring me down, let me cut it off at the pass, opened up my AI friend, and talked through it. Well, after a lengthy, in-depth conversation, we've come to the realization something I was kind of aware of, but it makes it more real when you say it out loud. When I match with these girls, feels weird saying that. When I match with these women on these dating sites and start talking to them, I had this guilty feeling. Whenever I talk to somebody new, I have this weird pit of guilt in my stomach, a sense of like I'm betraying my ex. And the more I talk to new people, the further in the past she becomes. Which is why I think I'm very hesitant to pull the trigger on actually asking anybody out on a physical date. I don't know if I want to do that. When I started the show in September, I was talking to somebody who lives in St. Louis, but that was safe. She lived far away, different time zone. Not have to worry about meeting up. There's no pressure on asking her out. That was 8 months ago. What's the holdup now? I don't know. But like I said, it's something I think I was subconsciously aware of, but now saying it out loud to this AI buddy, it just hit differently. So I brought it up in therapy this week. And when I told him that part about she's being pushed further in the past, without skipping a beat, he was like, yeah, isn't that the point? I mean, yeah, I guess. Then why am I feeling these feelings? Talking to new people is exciting. But then he had the guilt, going back to this duality I've been battling with for the last 8 months. So when he told me that was the whole point, kind of chuckled. But he also mentioned that I need to start taking care of myself more and do things for me and not worry about other people. So I told him last weekend, except for a quick run to the store, I didn't do anything all day. And his face just dropped. I could tell a wave of disappointment came over his face. My mother was still in the rehab. I had not a care in the world that day. All I did was lay on my couch and watch the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, one of, if not my favorite show growing up, and play video games. I played a quick round in the PGA, Road to the Masters, but for the most part, I played WWE. Been all day watching Power Rangers and playing wrestling video games. But then when I told him it was probably one of my most favorite days I've had in a really long time, his face changed. And he's like, oh, he was happy for me. Again, I can't do that too often, but it just felt good to be like a kid again, not a care in the world, nothing to worry about, nothing to stress about, just mindless, carefree fun. It was awesome. Speaking of, the Power Rangers filmed their stuff in LA with Tommy, Jason, Trini, Zach, Billy, Tommy, Alpha, Zordon. But the Zords, the Ritas, and the Zeds, and the fight scenes are from Japan. A Japanese show called Super Sentai. I know there's been many incarnations of the Power Rangers over the years since I stopped watching, but I haven't heard anything about the Power Rangers in years, seen any toys in years. So I looked it up. Super Sentai in Japan is ending its run after 50 years. Speaking of, I've been meaning to go see there's an original episode on YouTube somewhere. Because that's why Kimberly has a skirt. The Pink Power Ranger's wearing a skirt, but not Trini. Trini's not wearing a skirt because in the Japanese version, the Yellow Ranger's a dude. So that show's ending after 50 years, which means I'm 40-something, which means the Power Rangers might still have another 10 years of footage they could use. I don't know if they're going to do that, but I read the Power Rangers here in America are going to continue production, but for the very first time since their debut in the early 90s, they're going to produce original footage instead of using the footage from Japan. And I am so curious to see what that's going to look like. Actually, I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like now. And in rewatching this, again, a show from the 90s, half the show is using footage from, the 80s? Earlier 90s? The special effects and graphics were pretty far along at the time. Not the Zords fight scenes where dudes are dressed up in costumes fighting in clearly little cities to give that sense perspective or force perspective. So I'm very curious to see what it's going to look like now or going forward. And I have a whole nother rant about the Power Rangers I want to get into, but I'm spending too much time on it. I got to remind myself I'm 43 years old. But I will tell you this. I used to be on my ex-girlfriend's Netflix. Not this ex-girlfriend, the previous one, who I'm still friends with. But then Netflix cracked down about password sharing. But right before that, I was rewatching the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from the beginning. So I keep telling myself, especially after last weekend, I need to do that again. Because my Fire Stick has 24/7 channels, and one of them is the Power Rangers, but they don't show every episode. They just loop the same episodes over and over again. So I think that might be my Easter present to myself. Speaking of presents to myself, or what's the opposite of presents, I am now officially a cryptocurrency owner. My therapist is talking to me about all these hobbies he has. He's into crypto, he's into drones, he's into estate sales, and he's taking flying lessons, motorcycle lessons. Like, who the fuck is this guy? And stocks, I've kind of been wanting to get into for the last couple of years. I have no clue what to do, how to get into them. So I asked him, what sites does he use? Because I saw an Instagram ad about this site that you just deposit money and AI does everything for you. Just put some 20 bucks in, come back at the end of the month, boom. But the commercial was AI. And when I clicked the link, it brings you to a website, not the Apple Store, to download an app. You don't have an app, I'm not fucking with you. So he brought me to, I think it was Coinbase, and it told me a special. If I deposit $50, I can get a chance at 2,000 in Bitcoin. Now, I think I read that as get a chance at 2,000, but what I think it meant was I'll get 2,000 in Bitcoin. I deposited $50 right away, and immediately my balance goes to $47. So did I lose $3 right away, or was there a $3 fee? My chance at 2,000 in Bitcoin was a game. I had to decode all these random numbers and symbols by swiping on my screen nonsensically. That's a word. I keep doing it, and finally it stops at a dollar sign. Keep going, it stops at a 0. Like, okay. I keep going, it stops at a 1. Then it stopped altogether. I now have $10 worth of Bitcoin. But I deposited $50 for cryptocurrency. Was that cryptocurrency Bitcoin? Because there's so many other forms of cryptocurrency. So do I now own $57 of Bitcoin? Because currently it's saying 47, but that $10 takes 48 hours, so it should be hitting any minute now. This was a mistake. I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. And mind you, if you've been following this Nancy Guthrie case, a singular coin of Bit is approximately $68,000. So for me to own $47 to $57, you can do the math. And while we're here talking about it, let me check now to see where I'm at. It is 12:15 a.m. on April 4th. All right, getting some weird message here. It's an ad. Call your senator to protect cryptocurrency. Okay, X. Sorry, folks. My balance now is $47.30. What the fuck happened to that other $3? And it is not showing my $10 in Bitcoin. I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. I think I made a huge mistake. So much for trying something new. Another awesome segue. Speaking of trying something new, another Instagram ad hit me. It was this guy saying he knew 3 sure signs that you could drop dead at any minute. 1, you have a bloated stomach. 2, your head is swollen. And 3, he mentioned something about your fingernails. I knew what he meant, but now I just escaped my mind. I don't remember what he meant. Or said, I should say. Then he added, do you have a constant feeling of fatigue? Are you tired all the time? No energy? Like yes, yes, and yes. Even though I think they're all the same thing. All those are signs that your liver is working too hard and you could drop dead at any minute. Now, as somebody who is always worried about that and does not want that to happen, my life goal is to live forever, and so far so good. Let's keep it that way. But this ad was for a liver cleanser. It was something about 2 drops. You take a day and that's it. You're good. It has X, Y, and Z in it. So I'm not going to click the link and take me to another website. I go to Amazon like I usually do and look it up. Boom, I found it. Add it to my cart right away. I'll save it for later. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I did click the link in the Instagram ad that keeps you in Instagram. That's when I X'd out of it. Went to Amazon. Boom. Now I'm back on Instagram. But since I clicked it, Instagram knows now what I'm looking for. And within a minute, I get another ad for a liver cleanser. This one, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Lego Batman. Hey Siri, who played Lego Batman? Will Arnett, thank you. I keep scrolling. I see Amy Poehler, ironically enough. I keep scrolling at another celebrity, all about the same product called Dose. Look it up on Amazon. It's like $100-something bucks. Like, nah, I don't want that. So I go to the first thing, those drops, and see what is similar to it. I ended up with these gummies. It contains everything those 2 products had. A daily dietary supplement. Eat it once a day. Boom. Within a month, I should be good. In 2 weeks, it will start cleanse. But in a month, I'll feel a big difference. So that was in the morning. Late morning. Now it's time to leave work. And then all of a sudden, the light bulb goes off. And I ask myself, does this shit actually work? Went to the Googler. No, apparently they don't. They have not been approved by the FDA. No tests are been done. And there's some indications where this might actually do more harm to you. Oh my God. My ex-girlfriend, gave me some gummies to help me sleep, which didn't work. I got some gummies for anxiety that came in a little pouch. Both came in a little pouch. I got this thing. It's like a dog food bag. Like, what the fuck is this? I have an appointment with my doctor this coming week. I'll ask him about it. Probably won't be taking it. If it was like a placebo effect where it didn't do any harm, I'll probably take it. But now there's a risk of damage being done, and I have enough damage as is already internally. I'm good. And I don't know what the fuck happened this week, but this is like the third thing I bought off an Instagram ad. Another one I saw was this Japanese mouthwash. Apparently, American mouthwash, Listerine, Crest, Colgate aren't doing the job. They might make your breath feel fresher temporarily, but this Japanese mouthwash is supposed to get rid of all the gunk and germs and stuff that's left behind. And in the commercials, you see people using it, spitting it out, and all this gunk comes out. My breath is something I'm very self-conscious about. I'm like, yeah, let me try it. Couldn't hurt. Got it. It tastes delicious. It tastes like regular mouthwash. It leaves me feeling so more refreshed. And when I spit out, no matter what time of day or what I've been eating, in the morning, night, or in the afternoon, yeah, shit comes out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's only been like 3 days. I want to keep up, see if this actually works. So far, so good. It just leaves me feeling so much more refreshed than Listerine or Crest or Colgate, whatever the fuck I use. Another thing that got me was everybody's house has a certain smell to it, but we're used to it since we live there. Same thing with your cars. And I'm worried about my car smell. So I have this air freshener, but it goes right quick. One of those things you attach to your vent. Heard this thing about Drift Stone air freshener, whatever it's called. Opened it up. The smell is so powerful, I can't even put it in my car yet. But yeah, I didn't know what the fuck happened this week. I bought 3 things based on an Instagram ad. And I've bought maybe 2 things off Instagram ads in all my time on Instagram. So I don't know what happened this week. Maybe it was retail therapy over this fucking bitch I work with, but I'll never know. Gained 2 cents. My crypto is now $47.32. Speaking of things I've been looking to buy this week, mentioned in a previous episode, Meg Thee Stallion's on Broadway. Moulin Rouge, the musical. So last week I started looking for tickets, see what the prices are, see if there's a good day to go. Then I also realized I'm not going to see Moulin Rouge. I'm going to see her. So I don't want to sit in the fucking nosebleeds. I want to sit as close as possible. So that was preliminary research. Well, a couple days ago, I had a dream that I actually had tickets for Saturday, April 4th, which is the same day as NXT Stand and Deliver, which is NXT's version of WrestleMania. And I was so confused. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should sell the tickets. That was a dream. Well, that day I wake up, that's the night she got rushed to the hospital. They had to stop the show. She was rushed to the hospital. Her hairstylist or assistant asked for prayers. First thing I thought of, because when you hear stuff like this, where a celebrity is starting like a new show or a tour, they go to the hospital for something, it's usually exhaustion. And that's what this was. Thankfully, she's okay. Thankfully, I think she came back. So the search for those tickets continues. I have till May 17th. So wish me luck. The search continues. And speaking of searching, continuing, there goes my streak of awesome transitions. Artemis 2 launched on April 1st. 4 astronauts are being sent to orbit the moon and back. It is the first crewed NASA mission beyond Earth's orbit since 1972 with Apollo 17. 82, 92, 02, 12, 22. That's like over 50 years ago. Yes, I counted on my fingers. It's way too late. I'm way too tired. But I watched the launch. It was so fucking cool. I don't know why it's cool, but it was cool. Everybody thought it was cool. Brought the country together for those 8 minutes. We didn't think about politics. We weren't thinking about anything else. It was just how cool this was. So they're going to travel around the moon, not land. They're going to test the spacecraft's systems with humans on board and prove everything is ready to go for future moon landings. This is a huge, major step for humans returning to the moon for Artemis 3. So I know we want to get back to the moon, but this part I wasn't thinking about. This helps prepare for long-term lunar exploration and eventually a mission to Mars and even deeper. I kept hearing about Artemis 2, Artemis 2, Artemis 2. What happened to Artemis 1? Looked it up. Artemis 1 launched on November 16th, 2022. It was an uncrewed test flight by NASA, basically doing what we're doing now. It went to the moon, circled around it, and came back, returned to Earth on December 11th, 2022. That's a lot longer than 10 days. Plus, if it's unmanned, how do you control it? Because once you leave the Earth's orbit, aren't you just free falling and just have to control yourself? I have no clue how science works when it comes to this. But again, Artemis 2 is the bridge between testing, actually landing humans on the moon, and we'll see if we're actually ready. So they mentioned that, we're going to build stuff on the moon for lunar exploration and maybe Mars and further. And the news I was watching, an expert said, well, SpaceX and Blue Origin are planning on building sites, landing sites on the moon that would serve as a launch spot or a rest spot for further exploration. Something I've always been fascinated with is just space. The concept of space is so such a mind fuck. And if we're planning on going to Mars, I think we'll see it in our lifetime. But other than that, my very educated mother so Jupiter. No fucking way we're going to Jupiter in my lifetime. Because God knows how many years it takes to get there. It's just fascinating. Good luck to them. I can't imagine. Also, I'm very claustrophobic. And I watched an Instagram live from NASA sometime last year with astronauts training for space missions. And how do they train? Underwater tunnels. They have a huge, Olympic-sized pool, and in the pool are, I think it's like a replica of the International Space Station. So again, they have to go underwater with whatever equipment they need, plus oxygen. And they were showing us how they put on their suits. If you watch the Artemis space launch, they're orange suits. If you watch those space shuttle days, those white suits. That's not fucking easy. For the most part, it's a two-person job. And how the fuck you do that in space? Oh my God. Good luck to them. I can't wait for them to come back, see what they find. And more importantly, I can't wait for Artemis 3. Artemis 1 launched in 2022. This is 2026. That's 4 years later. So maybe we're looking at 2030, 31 maybe, because it's going to be a landing and coming back. Is anyone listening to my voice right now a believer that the moon landing was faked? Does anyone listening believe we never went to the moon and it's some big conspiracy theory? Please dial it up, 917-718-8083. Would love to hear from you. Because the big moon landing with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin wasn't the only time we went to the moon. We went to the moon 8 more times? I wake up in the mornings, I listen to the radio, a popular syndicated show, and they were talking about the moon landing, and some have doubts that it's real. I'm like, what the fuck? Now that I'm thinking about it, if we're going to the moon in 2030, maybe 31, I'll be 47, 48. I never thought I'd live a long life for some reason. I was in my, late teens, early 20s. I was in the cafeteria of my college and sitting alone. And I realized something hit me that I don't think I'm long for this earth. And now here I am in my now mid 40s, a lot of health issues. Maybe I won't see us landing on Mars, because if it's taking us, 5 days to get to the moon, Mars is a lot farther. Plus, you have a asteroid field to go through. Fucking space is wild, bro. Space is wild. Quickly, I know I've been rambling on for way too long, longer than usual. I apologize. But this is also one of my favorite times of the year. WrestleMania season. If you're still a holdover from A Shot of Wrestling, thank you for sticking with me. But I'm a big lifelong wrestling fan. This is WrestleMania season. It's a couple weeks away. And from 2026 to 2019, WrestleMania 22 to WrestleMania 35, went every year. That was my trip. I don't travel. I actually hate flying. But that was my one thing to look forward to every year. And this time of year, I'm on Time Hop. Check Time Hop every day. Time Hop is an app that shows you what you have posted on your social medias that day you check it. Or even if you have a picture in your camera roll. And this is the time of year where I get all these pictures of and status updates of me going to WrestleMania. 10 years ago, WrestleMania 32, Dallas. Dallas is one of my favorite WrestleManias. It's just seeing these pictures. And then you have WrestleMania 26 in Arizona. It's always a good time of year to reminisce and the good times and what all the shit I've done. Good times. Happy WrestleMania season, folks. And now I am officially just rambling on. My drink is empty. So thank you for listening. Please rate this show on whatever platform you're listening to. Let's bump it up. Again, why still figure out what the format of the show is? But get involved in the conversation. Putty's Podcast at gmail.com. Putty's Podcast on Instagram. Or again, dial it up or text it up. 917-718-8083. Happy Passover. Happy Easter. Hopefully these astronauts get home safely. And until next time, Putty out.